Welcome everyone. This is for everyone's highest and best good, highest and best good, highest and best good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Know that this reading is for those that it resonates with. It can represent the past, present, or future. And know that free will can change the meaning of a reading at any moment. I do my readings differently. I do them in a circle, and I incorporate crystals, herbs, and Reiki stones towards the end of the message. So if it's an extended version, you can go to the extended version and see that part of it. And sometimes I do the full length for free. But let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. I feel like I'm supposed to share with you that I hear blue jays talking to each other. And blue jays are like a warrior bird. They like to stick with the cause, go out there. They chase away the crows, even though the blue jays do the same thing the crows do, which is try to get into the nest and overtake it or eat the babies. So they're not any better, but they do stick with the cause and they make a ruckus when they feel like they're being invaded. So I feel like that's an important message for you. That you've been invaded, but you need to stick with the cause of who you are, so that way you can move on in life and be a better version of yourself than you've ever been before. Okay, I'm actually grabbing a crystal at the very beginning. We have friends here. So this is goldstone, which is a man-made stone. And some people are like, well, man-made doesn't mean anything. It's not real, natural and raw and pure and doesn't have any beneficial properties. It's still energy. It still does something. If you're drawn to it, then it works for you. So sort of same thing with friends. Be aware of those that work for you and work with you and resonate with you versus those who use you. So it's important to let your friends show you who they are and let those who you're sort of questioning about either fall away or step up to the plate. And you can have like different circles of friends. You can have the acquaintance friends. You can have the people you would call friends. And then there are those who are really, really, really close. And I see you sort of like linking arms with, I guess, like a small handful of them and like dancing around and really enjoying life and being like in your goddess witchy vibes. But one of them isn't quite who they say they are. So it was sort of like flicking something away. We're going to flick away and see what is going on here. And like with the blue jay, like cawing and making noise and ruckus about those who don't belong in the nest, in their nest, we're going to find out what's going on here. All right. Present here now, and these are I'm drawing a blank on these flowers here. They're not crocuses. There's something else. Present here now. We have future, not yet perfect timing. So there is something being shown that it's here right now. In the future, you will know. But you're supposed to be here now in this moment. We have hours away from knowing the truth. And hours is broken down into a day. So a day is right here now. It's not tomorrow. It's not yesterday. Hours are literally within 24 hours in your day, right here and right now. Don't give it any more energy. Let it dissipate on its own. And there, it looks like there's some speakers here and a piano. So something is being very loudly broadcasted and shown to you, and so you can hear it. When you might have already encountered this, or this is something that's about to happen in regards to the friends thing, but when you hear the message, let it be. Let it dissipate on its own. Or maybe you've had an issue with this friend, and the more energy you give it, the more it grows. It has revealed itself and shown it to you, so now it's time to just let it go. Sort of like wash your hands and walk away. It might be something that you've been struggling with, so this is a reminder to leave it to your spirit guides and continue on. Okay. So I have a feeling that this is going to be in one of my readings today. So I went ahead and grabbed my really big smoky quartz. This is a really big quartz. And the story behind this smoky quartz is I went into a crystal warehouse, and I've never really been drawn to smoky quartz before, but it was like almost like jumped off the shelf and into my cart. Like this is a big piece. It's big, it's heavy, it's hefty. And I don't know if you can like see the clarity in this smoky quartz. The smoky quartz helps to transmute negative energy. It's also good for those who are going for chemotherapy or radiation. It helps protect with like EMFs. It's also, because it's brown, it's very grounding. So smoky quartz is a huge protector. It's a great one to have around your doors or to carry on you. Smoky quartz and flower agate are one of the two fastest crystals to turn negative energy into positive. So this is pretty hefty, so I'm going to put it back aside here. But this is the crystal for today's reading. If you like the term protective, it is what's really important for you to know. Ask Body. So these cards here are from the Intuitive Answers Part 1 deck that I created, which is available on Etsy. And this card is from the Threads of Fate. And it's all about weaving your own life. You see the threads being woven through the hands. And then there's also a sword there too. So you can create something and then cut it away, or create it and continue to make something bigger. So we have Ask Body. One way to know if somebody is good for you or not is to ask your body, ask your nervous system, like, how do you feel when you're around them? Like, do you feel safe? Do you feel completely able to be vulnerable and share everything of who you are? Or do you feel like you need to people please, or you can't wait to get away from them, or you just feel like you've been pulled into the spiral of their mind and you're just like, oh God, like you've been given an insight of how they work internally, and you're like, get me out of here. So ask body, and then this is you could say it's a leopard, a jaguar, but their mouth is open, and you got the evil eye up top here. So it's sort of like it's like this hissing and stay away and being protected. And this actually might be one of your spirit guides. You might have a jaguar, or so ask them for help, and let's see what else we find out here. And by the way, I have this song going through my head by Caroline Jones called Good Omen. And it's a really great song about signs. Like she talks about signs in the song and a good omen. And so you might be needing a sign and you might want to go listen to the song as well. It's a really pretty song. She does a really good job with it. And maybe a blue jay is a sign as well for you too. So we have paradox and a star and a circle. In some ways, it almost looks like a symbol, but also is like the star. It's sort of like the very middle part here, like the top part of the star, looks like the North Star. So you're being reminded to stick with your North Star, no matter what comes up or what you've gone through, to remember your North Star, to keep putting so much energy into that what has happened or what's going to happen, that you just naturally default into who you are and where you're going in life and not giving it any more energy, because you're supposed to be right here, right now, in the present, and putting all your energy into being the best version of yourself. We have the sage. I feel like you're very, very gifted, have tons of abilities. You can like see things, you like psychically, and it's like a movie strip in your mind, and you can see things. And I feel like whoever this person is been somewhat jealous and or don't know how to handle you being in this realm, and so they have just like, they're not understanding, or having good intentions has like really gotten in the way of them being the best version of themselves. But that is not your responsibility. They are responsible for who they are. Nobody can save anybody else, despite what we've been taught by religion. Everyone is responsible for themselves, can save themselves. Nobody else can do anything for you. You know, you can't change anybody else. I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4. That means ready, set, go. And so I feel like you're gonna like in a really good place. Like this person might have already shown the true colors, and you're just like, and you realize you don't really miss them, which is a huge sign in itself. That if you don't miss somebody, that shows you a lot. And we have teeth hanging off. These almost look like crystal wands, but at the same time, they look like they could be like sage that's really twisted up tight. And there's teeth coming off here. So teeth almost reminds me of like wisdom teeth. Might not technically be, but there's a lot of wisdom to be had in regards to taking yourself back and releasing energy that wasn't serving you. And it looks like the moon, but it also looks sort of like the parts of the new moon as well going on here. So we are currently, the full moon was last week, so we're not quite, it might be, new moon is not quite yet. And the teeth coming out too, it might have been an older person that you greatly respected, and then over time they just were like, no, not for you anymore. We have Y. This is a blue hydrangea, which is also man-made, sort of like the stone here. However, if it speaks to you, then great. And hydrangeas grow into these bushy things, and even if after they die and they dry, they're still beautiful. They still are able to be used. So what you might have thought was dead and gone is totally being resurrected and being used again. And then the number Y might have something to do. I just saw 444, which means protected, which is that I feel like that has come up in regards to you being protected and your spirit guides. With the smoky quartz as well. And Y might be in their name, or their name might start with Y, or yours is Y. We have S here, and I don't quite recognize those flowers, but we have S here. We have an Aries, upbeat, optimistic, protective. Aries is a fire sign, and with the Native American astrology, it has to do with a falcon. And falcons move really, really fast when they find what they want to eat. They're also very fiery and move quickly for what they want to eat, and it's theirs. Being a fire sign, you can also be, Aries can also be a little bit dominating and a little bit obsessive as well. So, and these are forget-me-not flowers in the back here. And they're telling me that the blue goes with the blue, so the Y goes with the Aries. So I am actually going to do this. There we go. Then we have Scorpio. Scorpio is a water sign, passionate, mysterious, investigate. There's a violin here, so you might be saying to the person, why cry your tears, build a river and get over them. Build a bridge and get over them. And Scorpios can also be, they can be sort of like straightforward, but also they can also be jealous as well. And so I feel like the S goes with the S, and the blue went with the blue here. I'm seeing that you might be the Scorpio and the other person is the Aries. And also being water sign, you're very much into your emotions and your feelings. And it might just been like, this person was just like, okay, I can't do that. Like, this is just like too much emotions here. And they're just stepped away, which is fine. And it might just be a letting go that just like all of a sudden you're just like, they haven't been coming around. And you're like, that's okay too. Wonder instead of worry. If you've been curious about like what's going on, instead of worrying about it, just be like, because sometimes when you wonder about something, you're like, I wonder if such and such is why such and such happened. That's actually your intuition. That's actually like sort of like a psychic moment of you getting something, of facts that have actually happened. Yeah. We have rest, sort of like you're done with it. Just move along. Be done. You've been lied to. Life is not over when you get to your 40s. That's actually when you really start to live and truly understand who you are. You also fully trust and listen to yourself, which is so true. We've been told that when you get to 40s, life is done. But that's actually when your last chakra like completely develops and you really step into that higher consciousness and really figure out who you are. There's a reason why so many people start a second career in their 40s. It's because they went through the first 20 years and were like, no, this is not working for me. You really learn what you really, really do not like, what you do want and what you don't want, and what works for you, what doesn't work for you, who you are. I feel like people go through a lot of transition in their 30s, like a breaking up of things that no longer resonate with you, whether it's a relationship or friendship or a career or parents, or you're just like rest, like you're just like done with it and you're truly stepping into who you are. right, this is from the Herbcrafter's Tarot deck. This is Two of Air, which is the same as Two of Swords. And we have chicory. Chicory grows all over the place. It even likes being on the side of driveways. Like, it's not picky. It grows really, really well. We have some butterflies in there. And actually, every part of chicory is useful. Like, you can use the stems, the roots, the flowers. It actually has really good inulin in it, so it's like good for like diabetes. And it's a good prebiotic, I believe. And so you can make teas from it. You can get in capsule form, tincture form. But these blue flowers, I feel like, and they also sort of go along with the blue here too. So because of the swords, you might have felt like you had some swords going on in your life coming at you here. So this is a reminder that all things are useful in regards to everything that happens into your life. It all happens for a reason. It's meant for your betterment and for becoming the best version of yourself. You might have had like two worlds colliding, one that didn't work for you, one where you're really stepping into yourself. And you're like, instead of like waiting for like 10 of swords or 9 of swords, you're like, okay, 2 swords is plenty. I will listen to my intuition and I will go the other direction instead of waiting for to be hit upside the head in regards to something. And let's stop the progress now. You've learned your lessons and you immediately recognize when something not good is happening, and you quickly move on instead of being more engaged in it and bringing even a bigger sign. Just saw 2, 2, 2, and 2, 2, 2, 4. We have the Hanged One here, and we have Burdock. And then there are some runes up there. I've never gotten into runes, but you might be into runes and stepping into that part of helping you with your abilities and gifts. And this is number 12. This is Burdock. Burdock is really good for the skin because it works really well with the liver. And burdock, if you're out walking and hiking, burdock can be really annoying because the little burrs will stick to your clothes. But that's how they travel. They're not making any apologies. They're like, okay, you're coming along. I will work with you. And so don't be afraid to use what comes along and use it for the best. Sort of like when life gives you lemonades. Make lemonade. I mean, lemons. Make lemonade. And so you can take burdock as a tea. It can also be a tincture. It's a root, so it tastes sort of like a root. But you might be needing to give your liver a little bit of support here because the liver helps people process anger and resentment and jealousy and envy, and just a great thing to help your body right now. I also just saw 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the star here, so this is the second star of the message here. We have cottonwood. Cottonwood's a tree. It's a softer tree, I believe. And we have, like in the middle of these right here, you can see like those stars. So there's a lot of stars. There's also like stones in the middle of the dish there too. So I feel, and then like the magical reflection in the water of the night sky and the cotton leaves is a reminder to go back to wishing upon that star and being that star and leaning into your abilities and being the best version of yourself. You're hugely gifted, and know that quite often when you have doubts, worries, and fears about being who you are, which is different and strange than the rebel and the misfit and a square peg and a round hole and an outlaw and a witch, that it won't be received well, or it's something you've never done before, but you sort of been doing underneath the surface, know that those fears, doubts, and worries, only 99.9% of them, well, I should say all of 99.9% of them never come to fruition. So I just saw 25, 25. And so don't worry about it. Quite often, once you take that leap, you see on the other side, oh, that what you feared is so extremely easy. Being who you are is extremely easy. So surrendering to yourself is also important now that you've let go of what no longer serves you. Be the sunflower of your life, the magician. See those like little trinkets there? There is like the moon, and there's a mortar pesto, and there's a basket, and there's a teapot, and there are some sunflowers, an infinity symbol. And sunflowers are so bright and happy, and that's one of the reasons why people love them, because they are so tall and vibrant, and they follow the sun. So just like following your North Star, follow the sun. And you might be someone who enjoys like the simple things in life, like a cup of tea or making something or being out in your garden. And definitely this is your full permission to keep being that and doing that. We have the Emperor, we have Hemlock, and almost like another star in the middle there too. So following your star, being out in nature, picking up the hemlock pine needles, and what is on the sides there? Almost looks like orange peel. So the Emperor, so know that the Hangman is sort of, the Emperor, and we did the Hangman, is that what you are feared is done. So continue moving on, being the magic in your life. We have the moon, Datura, and it's a flower that like follows the moon. And so there are 8 of them, and there's number 18. And opening yourself up to the moon and flowing with that is going to help you really reclaim who you are. So I feel like you let go of something that was dragging you down in a way you didn't realize. And now you're fully open up to the femininity and the flow of a moon and your intuition. Okay, we have Vulva, Prophecy, Guidance, Direction. She has a very much like an autumn, fall type of feel. And you might have sensed this changed around the fall equinox too. Sort of like just like the leaves let go and release things that no longer serve them. They've gone through a cycle, a season of life. That's what you've done, and you just like feel so good. Like she sort of has like a very like peaceful, like laying down on the earth, enjoying life type of vibe to her. That was from the Faery Forest deck. This is, we have an owl, we have a crow here. It's about being wise. It's also about crows are misunderstood. So like leaning into the best version of you. Wings, blood, and bone. I feel like those who stick with you, Wings, Blood, and Bone almost sort of has like a kinship type of feel to it, and sort of like the symbol in the middle of her forehead too is sort of like those who are with me, and there's like three like flying fishes here, and wings, blood, and moon, sort of like center mark. It's exactly where you're supposed to be. You've arrived where you're supposed to be. Continuing on, all right, we're going to grab an herb here. So this is rosehip. Rosehip is from the flower rose, and they dry at the end of the year. And they're very, very high in vitamin C, which is good for your immune system. And you can make tea from it. It's not the greatest tasting. It's sort of sour. Has like this sharpness to it too. So this is an encouragement to up the ante, up your immune system, give yourself some vitamin C. Vitamin C helps to strengthen your adrenal glands, to help you with anxiety, and so you might be just needing to give your body a little bit of a lift. You might have been feeling anxious and not understanding why, and so vitamin C helps to strengthen your blood vessels and stuff like that too. And this is the message.